All right, bro, it's T and I'm back with a new video, man. And it's Train Like Mike. You remember Mike Metzer? That's right. So somebody posted this video of a motivational video. Let's hear what he has to say about building muscles.
If you want to get bigger, you've got to get stronger. I emphasize that one because
So if you want to get bigger, you got to get stronger. So it isn't based on, let's see, if muscle is going to gain mass, get bigger, protein synthesis must exceed protein breakdown. So let's see. He says the opposite of that. Well, it may be common to view, this is from NCBI, by the way. They put it at the top here. See this thing here, nutrition, muscle, protein? So, yeah, they put a small piece at the top from inside. While it may be common to view resistance training as a powerful stimulus for protein synthesis, I don't know about that. Yeah, there's kind of a protein synthesis window, but it is also important to recognize that is a signal for protein breakdown too. Yeah, it is a signal for protein breakdown. And your problem is if you eat a regular diet, if muscle is going to gain mass, protein synthesis must exceed protein breakdown. Now here's your problem. I'll explain this problem in a second. Let me bring this up. Your problem is this, is that you guys, when you do your exercise, let's say you're exercising for mass, not myofibrillar growth, like muscle damage. You're not doing muscle damage. You're just coming in trying to get an open window for synthesis and trying to exceed this. The problem is you're never doing it because if muscle is going to maintain its mass, the net level of protein balance must equal zero. You see that? Resistance, exercise, nutrition, and protein synthesis. It says skeletal muscles continually breaking down and synthesizing protein. We know that all day because your muscles, they're working. If muscle is going to maintain its mass, the net level of protein balance must equal zero, and that is your problem. Your net level of protein balance is always equaling zero. You guys are never exceeding this breakdown because if muscle is going to gain mass, protein synthesis must exceed protein breakdown. You're not exceeding that. That is your problem. You just keep eating your little meals, the same little meals you would eat. That's why you're never progressing and getting this mass. And it's sometimes if you don't eat enough, if you go below that, then you get a breakdown because like it said back there, there's a breakdown. Like it said in here, it says it is also important to recognize that it is a signal for protein breakdown. Now you have to exceed that breakdown and plus and more to get this mass. And that's just mass on the myofibrillar. But then again, it will reach a myonuclear domain size limit. It won't go any further. That mass will not go any further. I'm telling you, it won't go further. You need more nuclei synthesized protein. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's hear what else he has to say here.
emphasize that one because there's a reluctance on the part of most bodybuilders to accept that idea. If you want to get bigger, you've got to get stronger.
So they're reluctant to believe that? Let's hear what he says again.
If you want to get bigger, you've got to get stronger.
So if you want to get bigger, you got to get stronger. It isn't, if you want to get bigger, it isn't protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown, right? It isn't if muscle is going to get bigger, protein synthesis must exceed that protein breakdown. It is you got to get a stronger to get a bigger. If you go on a breatharian diet, you're going to breathe air and you're going to build your body, you're going to lift a heavy weight and you're going to get bigger. You see, if you get a stronger, you're going to get a bigger magically, yeah. Magic.
If you want to get bigger, you've got to get stronger.
The majority of people are eating herbivore diets. They're eating complex carbohydrates, so they're loading this complex carbohydrate in the muscle and getting phony sarcoplasmic muscles, which they think is muscle, but it's not.
The other day in Gold's Gym, a young man was arguing with me about that quite vehemently and at some length. I finally stopped him and asked, what are you supposed to do to get bigger? Get weaker? And he kind of giggled. Furthermore, I said, if there was no relationship between strength and muscular size, it would be conceivable if there was literally no relationship at all.
There isn't. You get motor units and you get these myocytic androgen receptors. They control the strength but not the mass of the limb muscles. And you get some more motor units. These are all that equate to getting, your lifts are getting better, but you aren't getting stronger if you're not getting more myofibrillar growth. That is the problem. He's wrong.
It would be conceivable that people like Dorian Yates could only curl 50 pounds. when in fact he...
That's why people like him, phony people on steroids, you're following this guy and you're not succeeding. All of you are failing listening to these fake bodybuilders, artificial drugs, artificial muscles, artificial training.
He curls over 200 pounds.
Oh, and he eats artificial food like pizza, pasta, all the rest of this man-made weird food too, to create more of this artificial look.
He got as big as he did in part because he got as strong as he did.
No, he didn't. He got that big because he took a lot of, he got that big, that artificial muscle growth by taking a lot of drugs and eating a hell of a lot and pumping a lot of glycogen into the muscle. He was working hard, pumping more glycogen in there to get bigger. So he's eating a huge herbivore diet, a fake artificial diet. He's eating an artificial diet to build artificial muscles, taking artificial steroids. Get it? That's why he's getting so big. To get real muscle, protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. That is extremely hard to be able to build real muscles.
You want to get bigger, you've got to get stronger.
And you think you got stronger by lifting a heavy weight. Yeah, lifting a heavy weight got me stronger. Okay, whatever, bro. I don't know, man. This is...
If you want to get bigger, you've got to...
This is so phony. You got to get bigger.
Get stronger, I am.
You got to get bigger. You got to get it stronger to get bigger. Again, phony shit, bro. That's where they got you. You understand? They got you. They faked you out. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know what else to say there, man. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. But like I said, Mike Metzer, he's fake.
Besides that one, because there's a reluctance on the part of most bodybuilders to accept that idea. If you want to get bigger, you've got to get stronger. Just the other...
No, if you want to get bigger, you're gonna have to eat a lot of protein. But if you want to get bigger like him, you could take artificial drugs, eat artificial food, and do artificial training to build artificial muscles. And you'll get big like him. Boy, if you want to do it in nature, in the natural world, then protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. You understand me? And you can't lift repetitive weights. You should lift a certain amount of weight, but it shouldn't be high. It shouldn't be high volume for mass. For mass, it's not high volume protein synthesis. Get it? Exceeds that breakdown. To add more of these proteins to the myofibrillar, but again, it'll reach a myonuclear domain size limit where the progenitor is beyond satellite cell, where it could donate any more extranuclei to that domain to further any more growth, and I can prove that too. It's an NCBI. Look it up. Myonuclear domain size limit. And it tells you in there, MND size has a ceiling limit. Yes, it does. In order to pass that limit, you need more myonuclei because they synthesize protein, so you're never going to make it, man. I'll see you in the next one. I got to go, bro. This is ridiculous. Mike Metzer. Train like Mike. He's got 108K training like Mike. Fake training. People love fake. I got to confirm your fake beliefs. All right. Get it bigger. You got to lift it heavier. Get it stronger will get you a bigger. If you get it stronger, you're going to get a bigger.